I recently got tagged by one of my followers in a screenshot uploaded to one of the FX Code members' Facebook page, and it is saying that they are officially FSCA regulated. Congratulations are in order. But are they really FSCA regulated? Furthermore, a lot of you has been speculating that, oh, they've been visiting family, they can come to South Africa when they want, but there might actually be a different reason why they left Dubai. Let's get straight into today's jam-packed video. FBI, open up! As you guys know, a whole slew of influencers has been bragging as of late with their regulations. Now, I'm not certain if people missed my prediction on this or it just flew over some people's head, but there was a live where I told you guys that this is going to be the new trend. A whole lot of people is going to see the gap and they are going to take these guys on, having them work under their FSP. Now, if you work under someone's FSP, you are not FSCA regulated, and this is the case here. Officially FSCA regulated, congratulations are in order. That is a little bit misleading, and when you click on the picture, you could actually see authorized financial services providers, REPs. So this means that Emmanuel Tumelo Mabitsela is actually a juristic rep, and I'm not making things up here, you can see I was actually tagged in this. Furthermore, he also uploaded this screenshot in the comment section of the previous screenshot, and this just shows what the FSP can offer. Now, there is no information available about who the FSP is, whom they are working under, but it is very, very clear that they are juristic representatives. Here you can see Representative Emmanuel Tumelo Mabitsela and the products that he can ambassador for, if I can say it like that. Securities and instruments, shares and derivative instruments. Now recently, I think this just flew over you guys' head. I did the video on Tinus Blues, where Tinus Blues also claimed that he is FSCA regulated, and an employee of the FSCA actually reached out to me to let me know that he is not regulated. He is actually a juristic rep, and here it's the very same case. One of the FX Code members are claiming they are regulated, and that is not the case. They are a representative. His name has been redacted, obviously, for security of his job, but what the employee of the FSCA sent me was, "Greetings, sir. I hope you are well. Please keep me anonymous if you can. You had done a video on Tennis Blues FX exposing him, and I saw he released a video showing a letter from the FSCA claiming he is authorized. I actually work at the FSCA and can confirm that the letter he showed on his stories is a letter stating that he is a representative of the FSP. He is not authorized in his individual capacity himself to render financial services because he is not a registered FSP, nor is he a director. It is like a bank employee, which is the representative, cannot take people's money in their individual capacity and render services. Only the bank FSP can do that." Furthermore, I also did a video about veracity markets, and in that video I explain the relation between a representative and the FSP. On that exact same video, I actually make it clear why they got fined the way they did, and one of the reasons was that they weren't acting in the name of the FSP whom they are working under, and they were doing more than the FSP were regulated to do. Now, the goats are obviously not the only ones that is busy claiming to be FSCA regulated. While they are not, they are juristic representatives. There's a lot of other guys, and I might just make a video in the coming days about that. Also remember that the FSCA doesn't scrutinize the juristic rep. So I believe that these guys that are jumping on board of FSPs that is offering them deals, they didn't have to write the exams or study or have any qualification necessary to do this. They're just jumping on a bandwagon here. And I sincerely hope it doesn't turn around to bite them in the behind. Now, in a previous life, I have mentioned that Dubai is tightening the regulations and restrictions around finfluencers. They have realized that there is a trend that whenever finfluencers have scammed people in their own country, they run to Dubai as a safe haven, and then they just continue to scam people over there. Now, this new regulation that they have brought in, this is a long anticipated one, and this might just be the reason why the FX coach are home all of a sudden.
Why are Forex and crypto gurus suddenly deleting their accounts?
Because Dubai just make illegal to give financial advice without license.
Even for crypto and Forex content.
Especially for crypto and Forex traders. If you give advice or where to trade, or you give any signal, or you give any type of suggestion, you need to get a government approval.
Wait, I don't even live in Dubai.
It doesn't matter. If the UAE residents watch your advertise, you need to get approval.
How much does this license cost?
It's up to 5,000 dirhams. But here is the problem. The requirements are quite strict.
What do you mean strict?
So you need at least some financial experience, some university degree, and have a clean background check.
What happens if I ignore this?
Finance and completely shutdown of the accounts.
Who's getting approved?
Only people with real financial credential and experience.
Is my trading content at risk?
If you give signal, course, or any financial advice to UAE audience, then yes. Comment call to know how to legalize your activity.
The regulation that I'm talking about is the SCA Finfluencer Regulation Resolution number 10 of 2025. So this is a recent thing. This one has been issued by the Securities and Commodities Authority. This is the federal regulator for mainland UAE. Finfluencers, you can't run to Dubai anymore. De operandi, if you thought you could go to Dubai to continue exaggerating and misleading people on your stuff, you must come right back. This thing came into effect in May 2025, and that might just explain why the goats are home all of a sudden. To give you guys some context, this regulation defines influencers as natural persons giving financial recommendations across social media, webinars, podcasts, newsletters, blogs, and even public talks when targeting UAE audiences. Now, for you to get a license, obviously, same like with the FCA, there is a few requirements that you must meet. Firstly, you must register with the SCA and obtain a Finfluencer license. Without this license, you aren't going anywhere. One thing that I also like is there is educational criteria, and this includes certification or accredited financial analyst qualification. You must have a minimum of 1,000 followers, and you must have at least 6 months experience in financial and investment commentary videos. You must be creating that for at least 6 months, and the commentary thereon must be accurate. If it's not, artists. Once you have met the requirements and you have turned in your application, it will be processed in 5 working days. And here's the catch. You are gonna have to apply every single year for this Finfluencer license. When it comes to the content and the disclosure thereof, Dubai is really bringing it on. Firstly, you must clearly label the advisor's identity, so no more names anymore. It's strictly government names now, the registration number, and also their credentials. If you have none, you can't post. One of your obligations is also to distinguish between fact, estimates, and opinion. You have to cite your sources. Nothing about, oh, the analysis is not just gonna do this and it is not gonna do that. That is what I feel. Nope. You're gonna have to cite your sources. You have to avoid bias or exaggeration, which is what a whole lot of you guys do. And you have to highlight risk or high risk nature of promoted instruments. If you don't do that, you must disclose any conflict of interest. Like if you were DJ Coach, you would have to disclose that, listen, the signals that you guys are gonna buy, it's gonna be traded on my broker. My broker is a Bibo broker. So you understand, if there's no disclosure of conflict of interest. It's this time. Also, compensation received, that must be mentioned. If you take a look in my description, you will see I mentioned there, listen, as little as it may be, I am receiving compensation to let you know about IFX brokers. One thing that I also like about Dubai is that they are making people attend trainings. So if you do not attend, my bro, don't think about going there and practicing financial advice. It will be chai for you, brother. A lot of people think that when they get to Dubai, they can do whatever they want to. Therefore, there's a whole lot of laws that guides the policies when it comes to enforcing penalties. If you are caught catching on nonsense, firstly, you will waiver your application and renewal fee until end 2027. Can you imagine waiting a whole 2 years to practice? By the time we get to these guys, they'll be looking worse than a lostro, my bro. And then secondly, when it comes to fines, these guys don't play. If they are catching you for your first time, that is a 100,000 dirham fine. But that's not all. These fines can run all the way up to 500,000 dirhams if you are a repeat offender. And we must know South Africans love repeat offending. You may get a 12-month ban or a deregistration for these repeated offenses, and they also may require you to delete your posts within 24 hours. And you guys know Dubai don't play about their laws. So for all of the South African influencers that is running to Dubai to escape SARS and the FSCA, the Hawks, the NPA, please think twice. Don't think you are running to a safe haven. You might be running from the arms of the law in South Africa to a worse place. I mean, you can get beheaded there. So think twice. That's all I'm gonna tell you guys. Think twice. So with all of this information that is available to you now, do you think that they just left Dubai because they want to see some family? Or do you think that this whole regulation thing might be the reason? Keep in mind, if they were to stay behind, they would not have been able to take money up until they were regulated with the correct entities. I'm not sure if Kojo is even correctly or adequately regulated in Dubai to be doing what he is doing. But one thing is for certain, I most definitely think this is the reason why the goats are home. What do you think? Please let me know in the comment section.